Hey guys, it's Gracie Grew here, and this is my mini-series called A Talk with Today's Teens about today's world. I'll let them take it away.
Hi, I'm Rihanna.
I'm Erin.
Hey guys, I'm Andrea.
Hi, I'm Pearl.
Obviously, the Black Lives Matter movement is a big thing right at the moment. Do you think that racism has got worse over the past couple of years, or do you think it's only now that it's getting the attention it deserves, obviously with all the cold cases being brought back now?
Yeah. I think it's always been bad, but it is now getting worse because it's almost being normalised in a way because, like, say for example in America, police were doing it and nothing was happening, so they thought it was okay. And now, they're doing it and no one's, as much as protesters are kind of going against it, people like Donald Trump, he's not taking action. So I think it's kind of becoming worse as they're normalising it, if that makes sense.
It's always been this bad. It was just that now it's being filmed.
Yeah.
It's always been this bad. If anything, it's been worse.
Yeah.
But now it's only being filmed, so now we think it's a lot worse than it ever was. But in actual fact, I don't know, take it back 20 years when most phones didn't have a camera. Think about how much would happen then. And even in 20 years, it's come a long way. Like my dad would tell me stories and stuff, and it's come a long way. So think about what would have happened then, but it wasn't recorded, so we wouldn't know about it. And I saw this post actually on Instagram, and it was saying, George Floyd isn't a wake-up call. It's the alarm that you guys keep snoozing.
Yeah.
And I thought that is so true, because this isn't the first time it's ever happened. This isn't like the breaking point. It's happened so many times, but this is the only one that's been viral, the only one that has affected everyone.
I feel like there's so many, because there's been so many events that we haven't really talked about that's happened that's now being brought up in this like massive movement. So I don't think that, just a couple of months ago, like racial inequality just appeared out of the blue. I think that like in the world there was always issues like that, and to be fair, I think that will always be issues with that, because with the amount of people on this earth, you're going to have enough people that disagree with you to like just not do the wrong thing, if that makes sense. That was worded very badly, but hopefully you get the point.
So with the Black Lives Matter movement, there is obviously the protest towards police brutality is at the centre of it all. Do you think that it's fair when people say all police are bad, or do you think that's kind of exaggerating it?
I think it is kind of exaggerating it, because there are police that aren't bad, and there are police who are speaking out and saying, the police that are doing this now, they're not police, they're like criminals, this is a crime that they're doing. But I do understand why people are saying it, because of the things they're seeing at the moment. You're not publicising, is that the word?
Yeah.
They're not putting out the things that good police are doing, just the bad, because that is what's happening at the moment. But yeah, I think it is a bit unfair to generalise all police like that.
Unfair.
Yeah, completely.
We are seeing so many videos of police officers being bad, but that's because the media wants us to see how bad they are. But if you put police officers like in the USA in a civilized nation, like that, you would see how the level of difference. There's so many videos I remember seeing this ages ago, this police officer every week would come into a poor neighbourhood, bring games, coats, all this, give up time away from his family to go there once a week to play football with the kids, to do everything. There's so many police officers that do good things,
and they're being drowned out and berated because of these other bad guys. And I think that there are so many videos going around of good police officers at the protest. They don't want to be protesting like against Black Lives Matter. It's their job. They have to make money somehow. Everyone has a job that they need to do to live.
There's videos of like the army. There was this black guy in the army who obviously wasn't allowed to join the protest, but he was saying the protest quietly.
Yeah, that was a really good thing.
That was as much as he can do, and it shows that they do care about this subject, but they can't go against their job.
They have to make money somehow.
I think it's like quite unfair, because even though we do have policemen that are like completely like, they are awful, like the ones that kill George Floyd and the ones that do kill people for no justifiable reason.
That is the word.
Yeah, they're obviously like the bad ones, but I think to say that all policemen are bad is like so wrong on many levels, because you have those that save a country. Like without policemen, like if you take away the very little that are actually harmful to this country, you have, you know, millions that protect like the world and to keep us safe. And I think that they just sort of, in this time especially, they just get unrecognised and forgotten about.
Well, the actual statement is like, it's to do with the fact that you're joining the force. It's not saying that each, I feel like this is another thing that everyone is confused about, that it's about joining something that you know is corrupt.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's not about saying every single police officer is racist. Every single police officer, it's not. It's actually about you're joining a force that is corrupt, and you're joining something that you know isn't really good, but you're doing it anyways, and that's what it's about. It's not to do with each individual cop, like, you know. But I think I agree to an extent, because some of them are trying to join to change it.
Yeah.
And to make it better. So I agree with it to an extent. I think in some states, it's very rare that you'll find officers who aren't racist.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to name states because, you know, that's just not my place. Don't live in America, but we all know it's the.
Must make you a lot proud to be in the UK, where there.
Oh my gosh, you know what? It does. I mean, there is a lot of police brutality in the UK, but nothing on the same scale. Nothing on the same scale. I mean, I was in Texas when I've been to Texas twice because my aunt used to live there. I went once, I think it was for 3 weeks, and then once for 3 months. And the first time I went out was with my mum, dad, brother, and we were out every day in every single shopping mall there was, like, around, you know, just out every day trying to, you know, experience it.
Yeah.
And I tell you, in our whole 3 weeks, we did not see a single black person.
Did you not?
Not a single black. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, to be fair, but not a single one. Not a single one. And it just goes to show. It does.
I saw a video of some of the London protests, and they're pretty peaceful. Like, they're just kind of people walking.
Yeah, they look. A lot of the police are actually joining in on London protests. I
commented on one of the videos, "Welcome to the UK, where protests can stay peaceful."
Period, though. I mean, you know what, actually, I never thought I'd ever say this, but I'm actually quite proud to be British. Like, I really am, through all of this. Like, obviously, there is still a lot of work to be done. There is still a lot of police brutality cases, but when we compare it...
Yeah, it's nowhere near close. Like, on a chart, it'd be like that. Like,
exactly. And I mean, the police don't carry guns over here, which is what a lot of people are saying. They're like, well, no, because if the police carry guns and blah, blah, blah.
They still carry...
I don't think it'd be the case.
I mean, a lot of the police brutality things, they're like pushing them over and spraying them with pepper spray and mace and stuff, and that's not a gun.
Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know, I mean, this could just be just my view on it, but there's a lot of more diversity in the police force over here.
Yeah.
So I feel like the chances are very, very, like, there's a lot more minorities, like ethnic minorities, I guess you could say, over here in the police force than there is in America. So I definitely think, even if they carried, I don't think it would be anyone on the same level. That's the thing, I've seen so many people making TikToks and getting the police officers over here to do like TikTok dances at protests. That is like, that would never happen
in America.
Went to America, you'd be pepper sprayed on the spot.
Like, sorry, no.
Not the chance.
I think that if people have common sense, they should not re-vote him. But there are a lot of Trump supporters, and because America is so big, I think, I don't know, I'm not too sure if he will, but I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While Trump's in office, I don't think they will be taken to court, coronavirus or not. I honestly don't think they'll be taken to court until he's voted out. Because at the end of the day, he has to say. So I don't think they'll be taken to court.
This will be a wake-up call to all the people that they need to kick him out.
Vote Biden 2020.
Yeah, there's a lot of awful stuff that he's been saying at the moment, especially to do with the Black Lives Matter.
I can't even fathom it. I don't get how people can still support him after all of this. But yeah, the politics scares me a lot. Yeah. So that's why I want to go into it to try and make changes.
Loki, you'd be awesome as Prime Minister. You'd be epic.
It'd be fun.
Everybody would like love
to do it because they aren't doing good jobs. I mean, I just want Taylor Swift to be president. all a girl wants in life.
She would be
Taylor
epic.
Swift
Some people
president
want The Rock
2024.
to be president.
Honestly, like Michelle Obama, please. Just be president already.
She would be amazing, but she says
Everyone loved her. Everyone, you can't not love
awesome.
Michelle Obama.
I have her book over there. I read it like twice. It's so good.
Yeah, same. You can't not love Michelle Obama. That's
What
just
can
like,
you hate about her?
honestly.
It's awesome. Okay.
The thing is, if you think about it, George Floyd wasn't exactly a hero. He did bad things, got arrested, but people say that he got arrested because he got a fraud. No, okay, that may have been the reason why he got arrested then and there, but he did a bigger thing. If you look at the bigger picture, he did something worse, which I'm not feeling comfortable about saying, but he did something terrible. And obviously it wasn't right to kill him, but people do need to bring into account that he wasn't exactly a hero. Obviously it was injustice killing him.
Yeah.
But you also need to look at the other side. The officer sitting on his head, on his neck was not all right, but being arrested for something that he had done, like, he couldn't escape it, but sitting on his neck was not the right thing.
No, that was completely uncalled for. He was... Especially when they tried to claim he didn't come quietly, because he did. Everyone knows he came quietly.
Everyone knows, yeah.
Hey guys, so that was the second episode of A Talk with Today's Teens about today's world. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to tune in for tomorrow's episode, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.